Hey, you guys, I had a question about problem number 10 on section 6.1. So I wanted to go through this question with you guys to sort of help you with this one. This one says for bone density scores that are normally distributed with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1, find the percentage of scores that are, and then it gives you 3 parts to fill out. Part A, find the percentage of scores that are significantly high. In other words, or at least 2 standard deviations above the mean. What does that mean? That means that the z-score is positive 2 or greater. In other words, there's 2 standard deviations above the mean. Okay, so we can do that one by going to our actually I already have it pulled up here. StatCrunch calculator. We type in a mean of 0, standard deviation of 1, and we look at the probability that our z, since we're on the standard normal curve, it's really not an x, it's a z-score, is greater than, make sure you switch to greater than, and you type in a positive 2 here. Okay, when you do that, it gives you the area under the curve, which is this red area, which is the same thing as the probability, which is the same thing. You can convert that to a percentage. So this converted to a percentage would be move your decimal 2 places, 2.28. 2.28%. So 2.28% of the bone density scores would be considered significantly high. Okay, so for part B, they're asking you for the percentage of scores that are significantly low. So in other words, you know, what's the percentage of scores that would have a z-score that is -2 or less? In other words, you're 2 or more standard deviations below the mean. Okay, so that means that your z-score is, we'll go back to our calculator here. In case you don't remember how I got here, you go to Stat, Calculators, Normal. Okay, and we've got a mean of 0, standard deviation of 1. This time we're looking to see the probability that our z-score is less than or equal to a -2 for our z-score, and we click compute. And notice this is symmetric. This standard normal curve is symmetric. So the area that we found over here for part A, it's going to be identical over here for the area that's less than -2, which was the 2.28 again, the 2.28%. Okay. So 2.28% of the bone density scores would be below the z-score of -2. All right. Then part C says, what's the percentage of scores that are not significant? In other words, they're less than 2 standard deviations away from the mean. In other words, let's go to our calculator and I'll show you. If they're not significantly low or significantly high, they're going to fall between. So you're going to click between, and the mean is 0, the standard deviation is 1, but we're looking for z-scores that fall between -2 and +2. Okay, so your z-score is going to fall between -2 and +2 if it's not a significant. It's not significantly low and it's not significantly high. It's going to fall in here in this area. So the bone density scores that are not considered to be significant fall in this red area, which is, if we convert this to a percent, 95.45%. Okay? So that would be 95.45%. And if you notice, we can check it. If you notice, if you add up these percentages, you know, they're going to give you 100%. Okay? I hope this helps you, and I will hopefully talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.